Why don't you do you?
Do you want an answer to that?
If I represent, yo.
I was gonna write you an email, but I'm a little drunk and spelling is a sober person's game. So I feel I owe you explanation. I'm sorry. Explanation.
Oh, who would win in a sports contest, the Bears or the Bulls?
Bears.
We must hope a conflagration like this never happens. It would mean the apocalypse of the world.
Polish sausage.
You're my Ditka. You're my
Ditka.
Ditka. Agent C wants to go to a frickin' Rockies game when he's out here.
Oh, that's fun. I don't like baseball, but it's fun going to the games.
I got dumped after a game.
Oh, that sucks.
Was not my idea of fun, and man, I'd rather watch golf than I like playing baseball, but watching it, oh my gosh. I'm gonna beg her off with work. All right, well, let's see. Is this open two? Open. I don't even find adjectives for me. They're all about you.
Yeah. Why don't you do you?
Do you want an answer to that? I had to work
every
today.
night. Oh.
No, I had to work today. That's why. You only have privacy in the shower, don't you know?
I know.
Well, although well, anyway. Be that as it may, why don't I do me? Jeez. See me asking you that question. And you wanted them to get to know us better.
Uh-huh.
What have you done recently? Well, not me. Or anybody else for that matter. Ahem.
Shall we start?
You gonna be all right there?
Yes.
If your voice gets any higher, only dogs will be able to hear you, Monica.
Okay, let's start.
All right. Well, I don't know how we're going to be able to top that with this opening. But greetings. Welcome back, agents and believers. It is I, the excellence of execution, Agent X7. With me, as always, is the culmination of creation, the daughter of darkness, and the queen of kaiju, Lilith Draco.
Hey, welcome back.
All right.
So yes, I've pre-gramed. I had a couple Coronas as my pre-grame, but I have to have a couple because they're such low percentage.
Water would have been
it was diet Corona.
Diet. What's the point?
Well, less calories.
Less calories, less taste, less everything.
It's just for the alcohol.
Well, you haven't
4% alcohol.
You have not recovered yet, have you?
All right. You want to start talking about what you're drinking?
Okay, this is brand new. It hasn't even been opened yet. It's in a rather skinny little can, like, I don't know. Oops.
Ooh,
I dropped the.
Kind of
It's in a skinny can, like hipster skinny jeans. Ugh.
Why'd you get a skinny can?
I didn't know it was a skinny can. I just thought it was 4 cans. I think it's still like 12 ounces. But it is called Rogue Rolling Thunder.
Oh, I've seen that brand.
This was new at my supplier. It is,
Excellent.
by the way, 13 point. I can't see, it's too damn dark. 13.7%. Guess who's gonna win? I win! I win!
You're gonna win this one. I won last time. Because I'm the professor. Oh yeah.
Oh, that is, woohoo, that is super tasty. That's probably deadly dangerous for me because now I'm gonna get more of those. Even
You're gonna start swaying and leaning to the side like you do. Pointers are gonna be out and
yeah. What are you drinking now, Lil?
I am trying a Sierra Nevada Torpedo Extra IPA.
Extra.
It's actually pretty good. It's a
What's your bitter? Does it give you a bitter? I don't know. There's 3 of them in my hand.
it's a 7.2%, so that's good. No, it doesn't have the.
Just a little over half of what I'm drinking.
Yeah. I live in a shitty state.
Well,
My supplier sucks.
what if they tear down your shitty wall?
My supplier really sucks, but it's actually pretty good. Let me taste it again.
Oh, I'll do the same. Sláinte.
Gall. The second sip wasn't as good as the first one,
Oh, mine was.
but I'll get through it just fine. It's okay. Just put it down as an okay.
Okay.
An okay. Good
2.53.
thing I pre-gramed my Diet Corona. 95 calories a bottle.
And on all the taste of water.
Yeah, it goes down easy.
I like Tecate. For Mexican beers, I like Tecate if I'm gonna have it, but it needs a lime. But
Yeah, I don't do a lime. It's too much hassle.
Agent MF, ooh.
Oh, there you go. Since we confused the people last episode.
And she's kind of a bad MF. When
That's
she
it.
drinks her G and
That's
Tree,
her
does
new-
G and Tree?
What?
When she drinks her G and T, not a G and Tree.
G and tree?
Yeah,
Did
that's
you
what
pre-grade?
I sort of, I guess
Nice.
it counts. She has a twist of lime in it.
Ah.
But she had complained that Agent C, when she was visiting him in the land of WKRP, made their G and T's a little weak. And
Oh,
when I make them, they're a little stronger. And I think when she makes them, they're a little stronger. So
you need to teach Agent C.
can't teach him anything. Been trying for a long time. So did we decide who's going to go first this time?
I don't know. Do you have anything exciting you want to share with the people that you've been up to?
Well, mostly I have a friend, Agent, well, we'll just call him by his given name, Brick DePayne, who unfortunately had some bad news, diagnosed with some bad news, and I've been helping him.
Good.
Agent MF is traveling the world yet again.
How is he doing? Is he hanging in there? Is he struggling? Has it really set in?
I think it's sort of set in. The moron has called me. I'm not going to change the way I talk about him.
No.
He did call me today, and then in the voicemail he left said, "Oh yeah, you're probably working." You know.
Well, at least he thinks
But
about it.
he was going to the rodeo up in the land of the fort,
Nice.
which
Yeah.
is where he lives at this point, but
Okay.
not with Mrs. There's no Mrs. DePayne anymore, or Miss DePayne. They have.
Right.
Welcome to Splitsville.
Probably for the best.
Population, well,
Yeah.
he blames himself a lot, and honestly, I don't think it was all him. But at this
No.
point, I'm
No.
not going to argue with him too much about it, except to
Right.
tell
Just
him.
let him.
Yeah.
Right.
Anyway, so I'm helping him, taking Agent MF up to her various skyways and byways. Keeping track of everything here. No assignments recently. I've just been
Okay.
writing some more memoirs. Other than that, I've just been feeding my minions, or they
Mm.
have as their minion. I feed them. It's a little quiet right now, which is always good. How about you, Lil?
Yeah. Yeah, so the last episode, afterwards, like I usually take stuff off of my lovely shelf here, especially if it's heavy, right? So after the last episode, I was laying, it was a couple days after. Huh?
You get 1,000 views if it was heavy and fell on you.
Yeah, it didn't fall on me. That would
I
be
don't
way
want-
better than this
don't
story.
want it
Now
to
this
fall.
story is gonna be done.
Jeez.
No, I
Oh.
was laying in bed. It was a couple nights afterwards. And I was just laying in bed. It's all quiet, just me, because I live here alone. And I heard this big crash. I thought, what the right? Not
Touch.
knowing what it was. You think my ass got out of bed to go look? No, I waited till the daylight. But apparently this shelf fell, broke one of my skulls, the jawbone of one of my skulls. Stuff was everywhere. Yeah, that was a good time. It was pretty scary though, You're
Oh,
alone
yeah.
and something makes a big bang.
Yeah, how about
And
the
you
fire
never
alarm?
go investigate because that's when you get in trouble.
That's true. If horror movies have taught us anything, you never get out
Right.
of bed in the middle of the night.
Never go look to find out what that sound was. And
It's
I
gonna
didn't.
kill me. I want it to kill me in my bed.
That's right. Well, no, I had the blankets up, right? So I was protected. They can't get me if I'm, under the covers.
It's always
Hand out of the covers or a foot, yeah, they'll get me, but
I fortunately have 2 attack cats, so they don't give a shit.
Oh. Nice.
And well, in the middle of the night, the other night, my fire alarm, smoke detector beeped 5 times in the middle of the night, scared the hell out of Agent E, who probably levitated and left the bed.
Right.
And I'm like, what the hell's going on? And I could see where it is that the red light was flashing, which you can't see my hand doing the flashing movement.
There you go. Nice.
And I'm like, what the hell's going on? But I just went back to sleep because
Yeah.
it didn't quit beeping. So like the next
Interesting.
day, I looked up and it's like, it's still attached, but it had come off, because you twist it in to keep it on. It had come undone. What the hell?
What were the
So I
ghosts
just put
doing
it
to
back-
you?
Put it back into its place. And what the ghost?
Yeah, the ghosts. What they had to,
No ghost in this part of the world.
demons.
Maybe they don't bother me. I think it just got warm. I don't know what happened, but it came undone. It just was hanging there. I put it back in. It was fine. It's been fine since.
Oh, good.
Fire detectors are a necessary evil. It just
Yes.
always
Yes.
run out of battery power at 3 a.m.
Oh, of course.
and you want to pitch it into the yard.
That's right.
I've accidentally broke several, and now we have cadmium battery ones, which last 10 years, and they've been
Right.
lovely.
Nice. All right. So, what's our topic tonight?
I believe we're supposed to be.
I forgot what we talked about.
We were supposed to talk about a show that we enjoy greatly.
Oh, that's right.
Did you spill? You better not have spilled. And if you snorted out your nose, I'm going to be really annoying. Annoying? I'm really annoying as it is. I'm going to be annoyed though
Uh-huh.
that I didn't see
Never.
it. It's going to
No, I
happen.
didn't spit it out my nose. I was just thinking about the show that I'm going to talk about. It's super, super embarrassing.
As well it should be.
I showed you a clip.
I
That
mean,
was embarrassing.
yes.
Showing you a clip was embarrassing, and here I am about to talk about it.
About to talk about it?
Uh-huh.
About it?
That's right. Hey, I pre-gramed Diet Corona, remember?
Yeah. What is that, like 3.2? You can buy that when you're 18 down here.
You can't do anything like that here. You have to be
No.
21. There is no 18 crap.
Beer hasn't been invented where you live yet.
No, yes, no. the leaders of the ones who trekked across the country to settle this area, this state,
I'm trekking.
actually had distilleries and breweries themselves.
Well, of course they did. Because Jesus didn't drink wine or anything. He's not known for
No,
wine.
it was just grape juice. It wasn't fermented like the Bible says. Just grape juice, like we drink today.
Uh-huh. I like grape juice though. I bet you could put like, ooh, I bet you could put, I don't even know what that word was.
I don't even know
Put
what it was
vodka
either.
in grape juice, it'd probably be pretty damn good.
Vodka goes well in most.
Well, because you can't taste it.
Yeah, you
Yep.
can.
You put the blue shit in, you put vodka with tequila and the blue shit. That makes it blue.
That's right. And I taste the vodka the most.
Really? I
One
taste the
of my
tequila the most. Isn't that weird?
one of my least favorite vodka. So I always
We-
taste the vodka.
Oh, guess who's calling? It's H&M. Can you pause? Pause.
All right, so where were we?
I have no idea.
Should we just kind of get into our topic?
I think that is an excellent idea.
Perfect. Perfect.
Party-
Do you want to
party
start
on,
or do
Lil.
you want me to start? Oh gosh, it's embarrassing.
Well, think about it this way. The last thing someone sees is going to be the thing they remember the most. So.
So let's talk about mine first.
I expected that.
So I've decided.
This is a skinny little beer, and I'm almost done with it.
Well, do you have another one? Yeah, you do.
I'm not having another 13%.
Not another 13%. I meant another beer.
Oh, I got a bunch of other beers.
Oh, I know. You get
Loads
the
of other
good
beers.
stuff. You get the good stuff in your state. I live in 1847. I need to leave the state. So what's our topic? And then I'll start.
Oh, television shows we like, or something, series.
Or that we watch.
Yeah, that well, I would assume we like it if we watch it.
Do I like this show? I wouldn't say I like this show. I would say it's entertaining and it's, humans have this sick need to watch drama in other people's lives. Right?
It's
So
true.
that's what this
Why we
show
like
is.
soap operas.
That's right. 7.
Bo and Hope. Are they going to get together or not? Not that I know who Bo and Hope are.
So
Ever.
it's embarrassing. You don't want to admit it, but you still watch it because of that stupid drama that humans have that sick need for.
Right.
So that's where this show is for me. So I think it's on Netflix. There's 4 seasons and it's called Love is Blind. It's so stupid. I don't recommend it, but if you want to see some good drama, go and watch it.
Now, when you sent me the trailer and I saw the title, I thought the contestants were all blind.
Of course you did.
Well, Love is Blind. Why wouldn't they be blind?
Because that's not the saying.
Well, there are none so blind as those who will not see, and those morons couldn't see shit.
Well, no, in the show they can't see shit. That's the whole point. I mean, they can see, but they can't see their partner. So what it is so stupid. But it's on season 4, and I've watched all seasons. And the reunion afterwards, where they all then get together and answer questions. It's drama, that I don't have to deal with, but they do. So it's fun. Anyway, so you've got the men and you've got the women, and they're separated. And you go on dates in these pods. And there's 2 pods that are connected by a wall that you can't see through, but you can hear the other person talk through it. And so the contestants meet all these different people on these dates in these pods. And it takes about, I think it's They do it for 10 days, maybe total. And it's getting to know somebody's personality, not just their looks. So it's falling in love with a personality, not physical appearance. So one of the things that they don't ever talk about is their, body shape. They don't talk about what they look like, anything like that. So it's based on personality.
Different, at least. That's different, at least. Yeah.
And so then they get
The
engaged.
Bachelor.
Yeah, I hate The Bachelor. I only watched that a few seasons. So they get to know each other, and then when they get engaged, and once they get engaged to each other, that's when they see each other. And so then after the 10 days, they usually have like 5 couples or so that move on, and they go to this resort and they see each other, and they see all the other people that are in couples that they also went on dates with. And of course, there's always this drama of, I love so and so, but I also love so and so. So they have to, it's so hard to choose between the two people. Bullshit, right? Anyway, so usually that other person.
Those are the boys. Those are the boys saying it, right?
Oh no, it's both.
Really?
Yeah. And so, of course, when they're all at the resort together and they meet up, and of course, the alcohol's flowing, so things are said that probably shouldn't have been said, and things anyway. So that's where the real drama comes in. That's when it gets really exciting. Anyway, so then the end is, so once they go on their vacation, then they move in together for a couple weeks. So all of the people who are in the episode live in the same city or surrounding area to make it easier that way. But they live together for a couple weeks and work up to the actual marriage, which is, not too far in the future for them. And so they, at the marriage ceremony, that's where they actually say, yes, I will marry you, or no, and walk away. That brings a whole nother level of drama, which is fantastic and really embarrassing that I enjoy watching it. And then, of course, the reunion. And this last one, this 4th season, has been the craziest of all the seasons. There's been way more drama amongst all the couples. Some of the couples just dropped out because they decided to date somebody that they were also dating in the pods that liked, but chose this person, but it didn't work out because they didn't like the way they looked. So they went off. Anyway, so much drama, so much bullshit. I really enjoy it when one gets up to the altar and is like, I love you, I choose you, blah, 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 I'll never leave you. I do. And then the second one's, oh, we had a great run, da, da, da. I don't. And then they walk off and the other person's left to, toss the chairs or whatever. That's my favorite part.
Well, it could be worse. You could
Really?
Survivor.
You really think Survivor's worse than Love is Blind?
I was trying to put lipstick on a pig. Would you let me do it?
It's like rom-coms on steroids, and I hate rom-coms, but this bullcrap I like. This is just so drama and so stupid.
Well, you got to see how they're gonna ruin it for each other.
Right.
I could have picked a different show than what I did. Now that I think about it, that was just as embarrassing.
Oh, well, shoot.
I could do a tiny little bit about this really embarrassing show.
And you're going to, because
called Making the Band.
Oh no.
Do you know what that's about?
I've heard that one, but I haven't watched
Remember
it.
In the 90s and the early O's, boy bands were the rage. NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, New Kids on the Block were earlier than that. But anyway, they're crap. They're put together, but somebody decided, let's make a show about how we put these bands together. And the guy that was responsible for NSYNC and Backstreet Boys, not New Kids on the, probably New Kids on the Block, I don't know. And somehow I saw it, and it was called Making the Band. It was about this band called O-Town. You can guess what that O meant. But it was, I don't know, they started out with like I don't know, 50 boys or 20 boys. I don't know. But they were so stupid. They got in trouble all the time because they did exactly what they weren't supposed to do, which of course,
As boys do.
drama breeds. I mean, you need drama
Yeah.
for conflict for drama. But I got hooked because the morons kept doing stupid shit. And I was like, what are they going to do stupid next time? But by the time they got down to like the last 5 or 6, I didn't care anymore because,
Right.
you know, they had to get down to 5. And you knew the one kid, the Hawaiian kid, was going to be kicked off because he actually wanted to protect himself. His father's like, you know, you're not going to, this isn't going to end well for you because they're going to control the music. They're going to write all the music. You're just going to be performing it, lip syncing.
Right. Yep.
I have a great disdain for boy bands. I'm sorry. They're just, unless they're du jour, because du jour means happiness. You don't remember du jour, but it's in Josie and the Pussycats.
Okay.
so-
You're so special.
Shut up. You know my weakness for Josie.
Oh, I know.
Long before that, since I was 6. Anyway,
Oh, I know.
actually, maybe 4. I think it was 69. But
Be that as it may.
that was a terrible show, but I did not watch the second season because I didn't care. After I was just like, yes, just got stupid. Watching them, all these, 20, teenagers get into trouble and yelled at because they were idiots.
Yeah,
It made
it's
me
fun.
think, boy, I'm really glad that I didn't have videotape or cameras or
Right.
cell phones when I was a kid. So,
So you know who the boy band that was like the big one for me growing up in the age of liking the boy bands was New Kids on the Block.
Oh.
I did not like them. They were not my boy band.
who was your boy band?
Boys to Men.
Well, yeah. Well,
They were my boy band.
boy.
I could tell you their first and last names. At one point, I knew their birthdays because that's, what teenage girls do.
It is.
I had the posters on the wall. I saw them in concert. It was great. I even saw them in concert when I moved back here to this stupid state.
It's all right. I mean, they're pleasant songs. You can't deny the songwriting and the performance. It just, it was never my demographic.
Yeah.
The boy bands the bands that were prefabricated like that started with the Monkees, obviously, and then went to the Brady's and the Partridge Family, and
Right.
I believe the Osmonds were kind of that way. Do you know anything about the Osmonds?
Oh no, I know absolutely nothing about the Osmonds.
But they were actually a very talented. I mean, they had good musicians in their band, and they were good. But their popular crap was crap.
Right.
I don't ever need to hear Paper Roses again. Thank you, Marie. You were never my type. I don't know why I watched the Donnie and Marie show, but it was the thing to do back then.
You watched it.
I did watch it. They did have Darth Vader on at some point, and you watched anything that had Star Wars connected to it. Anything.
Right.
Yeah, so I get it. It happens. You get hooked in by seeing how stupid people can be, really.
Right.
It's their stupidity.
And it's shocking. It's like a car accident on the side of the freeway. Like, you don't want to see the blood and gore, but you slow down in hopes to see the blood and gore. You want to watch the train wreck. It's entertaining. It makes you feel better about your own life.
That you're not that
At
stupid.
least I'm not that person.
Right. Oh man. Television's the devil.
It is. All right, so now I kind of think I have an idea of what you're going to talk about. Thank you, your background. What's
Like
the actual
Zoinks.
show you want to talk about?
Zoinks, man. I used to say that in high school. I don't even know why I
Of course
did.
you did.
I never liked Scooby-Doo growing up because Scooby-Doo replaced my superheroes, Space Ghost, Herculoids, Shazam. They took them off because they were too violent and fun and had to have us watch Meddlesome Kids. I blame
You know how I feel about Space Ghost.
I might have a small inkling, which was not Space Ghost's fault. Just happened to be there at that time.
It is Space Ghost's fault. And
But-
yours. 50-50.
Mine. You're the one that wanted to go there with the costumes on.
And you just had to put that one on.
They were right
Hence-
under there.
Your fault. 50% your fault.
Yeah, well, Space Ghost didn't care about anything else but the Black Widow, so I don't know what you're worried about. Like 15. I'm looking here. So I never cared for Space Ghost I love Space Ghost. Don't get me wrong. I actually met the voice of the original Space Ghost. He was amazing.
Was it at a Comic-Con?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Gary Owens, one of the greatest people ever. Really, he remembered me the next day when I got his autograph.
Nice.
I was not worthy, but didn't care for Space Ghost. Jeebus. I think I'm winning. Didn't care for Scooby-Doo.
Okay.
Scooby-Doo, I watched them because it was what was on, right? They did team up with Josie and the Pussycats once. And the Josie made Scooby look really bad because Josie. But they did team up. I watched them all because they were on they were on for a year. They're still on.
Yeah.
But once they
started a new something with them that includes like other characters.
Well, Scooby started the whole kids investigating mysteries with an animal companion, and every cartoon studio did it at some version of it because it was a huge hit, and they, with the pop song in it. There was Goober and the Ghost Chasers. There was not Wheelie and the Chopper Bunch; those were motorcycles. But all kinds. Some people say wrongly that Josie and the Pussycats were a clone of Scooby and Doo. They were not. Jabberjaw was one of them. There were just tons. More Charlie Chan or the Amazing Chan and because I can't remember the rest of that. The Chan clan, because that wasn't racist at all. But Scooby all the funny stuff, the funny animals, I just didn't want it. I was a kid. I wanted superheroes. And when they finally got around to Super Friends, who would tell you to look both ways before you cross the road. And that's where Aquaman met his demise, because he was cool until then.
He was never cool. Just be honest about that.
Come on, you gonna tell that to Jason Momoa?
That's when it became cool.
Right then. He was still cool. He was outrageous. So I've not watched a lot of Scooby-Doo, even when they actually went with real ghosts and everything. I was just like, meh, not doing it. Until about 2011, when I had a friend tell me that I should look into this other show called Mystery Incorporated. It's technically Scooby-Doo Mystery Incorporated.
Okay. And that's where you fell in love with Scooby-Doo.
Well, I don't know. I still
the show, not right. The show.
Right. So I was like, okay, I'll give it a chance. And this show, it's not like other Scooby-Doo shows. It was not like other, but it lasted 2 seasons, and it was a whole story between them. It was episodes. They went through some different things, but they all had interlocking or interconnected parts. And the characters grew. They remembered what they did from the previous episode, which is a big thing with me. I like continuation.
Right.
And they also had an amazing variety of guest stars, some of which included Dr. Benton Quest from Johnny Quest. The Blue Falcon showed up with Dynamite. Let's see who else. The Hex Girls showed up. And even Vincent Van Gogh and Harlan Ellison. So all of these things they brought together, plus homages to other shows, other movies. And it was all wrapped in a big mystery of what was actually going on. So I watched it, and when I relocated from America's Finest City in 2013, I didn't get to see the rest of it for about 6 months. But it was good enough that I bought the first season. I bought the second season. because it took 2 sets, but I didn't care. And even because Mystery Incorporated is so cool later on, they got to team up with Batman.
Cool.
Which
Nice.
Raven the Bold. But it's just an amazing show. The writers did a great job.
Oh,
It's
nice.
got tons of voice, it's just really good. And it's a connected story, and it gets you involved because the gang gets together, they split up. You find out why Crystal Cove is the most haunted place on Earth. Their parents don't like them because they keep solving mysteries, those meddling kids.
Right.
They play with
Okay.
all of the tropes of Scooby-Doo, but yet they don't say Scooby-Doo, where are you, for a long time, and you just keep waiting. It's like Cap saying Avengers.
You waited all of those movies for that
Stop!
one final moment.
It was so good.
Yeah, you
That
cried.
might have gotten a quality, way more than anything else in the rest of the movies ever did. Because when you wait 50 years to hear it,
Yep.
be that as it may, it's a great show. I highly recommend it. I mean, even for people who don't like cartoons, because it will hook you in. I mean, if you're interested, it will hook you into the story just because you've got to, like, what is going on? And it's just got just so many fun little things. And the guest list, Lewis Black, Vivica A. Fox is in it. The woman who played the live action Velma is in it, but she's another character. Tia Carrera, I've forgotten her name from Wayne's World, but she was, Wayne's World. She's
Right.
in it. And Tim Matheson, the original voice of Johnny Quest, is in it. And like I said, Casey Kasem, Maurice LaMarche, the voice of the Brain, and 1,000 other, and Egon Spengler from The Real Ghostbusters. It's just great. I mean, I can't, I know I'm overhyping it, but I love it. I'm dedicating a whole issue of my magazine to it. I'm going to, just because
That's good.
it's for me. I write for me. I don't write for
Of
anybody
course
else.
you do.
What do you do?
And that's what you should do.
You write what
That's what keeps you engaged in continuing it, is writing for you. Writing for somebody else means you have to, give them what they, and you're going to lose interest. It's not
just
going
got
to be as fun.
I just got an email from one of my contributors who's also starting his own something, and he wants my reviews in 2 weeks. I'm like, oh, great. Thanks, Brett. Thanks, Blake. But
Right.
I'll get that if I can find the other movie that he wants me to review.
Nice.
But yeah, it's fun. I love writing. It's fun to write about what you love.
Right.
And it's, my magazine has always been a celebration of that particular. It's not about the negativity, because it's so easy to cut down movies and pick out their
Right.
flaws. It's like celebrating, like, okay, yeah, everything has a flaw. There's got to be a lapse
Mhm.
somewhere with the characters where they have a misunderstanding, so you can get
Right.
the conflict. Like I said, without conflict, there is no drama.
Right.
Again, it takes good writers to actually make it logical. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I grew up watching the Scooby-Doo cartoon, and I liked it. But
Everyone-
now as an adult, personally, there's not very many cartoon shows that I enjoy watching.
Right.
And it's not that they're bad, it's just I don't really enjoy that kind of thing.
It's not your bag, baby.
Right. So, but I did actually like Scooby-Doo growing up. It was one of the cartoons I watched all the time. So, and then of course I watched the live action movie, but since then it just kind of wasn't a thing for me. But I do have a question for you.
Okay.
Daphne or Velma?
Oh, that is unfair. That is very unfair. And it's a trap, and I'm about to walk right into it. Velma is super smart and super cute. And as a kid, as a kid, you don't look at the characters that way. I never had, as a kid, you don't choose between Ginger and Marianne. You just don't. I never thought of it that way. what some might say a slow bloomer, but you know, once if it'd be like choosing between Batgirl and Catwoman. I would have to choose Batgirl because she was lawful good. Catwoman was chaotic evil. But I mean, there's definitely as I got older, you recognize other things.
Right.
But as far as just, that is a rough one. Because I don't know that I'd pick either, really. I mean, Daphne, she's a Hex girl. She got to guest with the Hex girls and dress that way. And that's enough to make me choose them, choose them, all the Hex girls, right. But choose Daphne just because she is, you know, in this show, she's a smart, competent woman. She's not as smart as Velma, but Velma's got her own issues. And according, by the end of it, I don't think she'd have been interested in me. So, as a male person. And not that there's anything wrong with that. I mean, I don't care. She's a cartoon. She's not real.
Right, right.
So I would probably have to go with Daphne overall, because, you know, presented here, definitely, because she's just because of, I know the end of the story. And, you know, when your girlfriend is hot dog water, just like, really, Velma? but yeah, I'd have to go with Daphne. I definitely.
Okay. All right. Anything more on our shows?
I think we're good here. I think this has been good. Well, so agents, believers, thank you again for tuning in. Did we tune in to YouTube? I'm kind of listing back and forth, but I'm not leaning. You haven't
You're
seen
not
me
leaning yet. That's good. You're getting better.
When you're here and you have that Maharaja, you're gonna fall over on your face.
It'll be great.
That'll be after we go to the grocery store.
True. Maybe in the grocery store a little bit.
You've never experienced Lilith unless you've been in the grocery store when she's awesome. Awesome and loud, way louder.
It's a good time.
It is.
It's a good time.
Hilarious. Anyway, agents, believers, thank you again for tuning in, visiting with us for, I don't know how long it's been, however long it's been. We appreciate you. Please like, share, and subscribe. And remember, always try to make someone's life a little more surreal every day.
Great. Bye.
Bye. Rock, paper, scissors, Spock.
I got beer.
I got bottled breast milk.
Why don't we start with the beer?
Okay.
So you like the beer?
I do. Although it's actually a lager.
Huh. What's the difference between beer and lager?
I don't know. We could look it up.